Melissa, my dear daughter-in-law, how is it going with planning for the wedding? Is everything good? I'm super excited for you and Austin. It's the biggest day of your life, after all. Yes, Mom. I'm still working on getting everything in order. There are a lot of tasks that need to be done, and I'm taking the time to consider all of the important notes. Honestly, looking at you two brings me back to the day that I myself was a beautiful bride. I can still feel the joy and happiness I felt that day. Oh, by the way, did you guys decide where the wedding will be? Austin said that we could either opt for a hotel or save some money and organize the wedding at your home instead. My home? Why should it be my home? It doesn't make any sense at all. Austin mentioned that your backyard is large enough to accommodate the aisle, altar, and tables and chairs for the wedding guests. He thinks it would be a perfect place to hold the wedding. No way I'm gonna let you use my house for your wedding! I mean, it's true that we have a large backyard, but we're about to, build a pool tomorrow. So there won't be enough space for the wedding ceremony. I'm sorry. Strange. Austin never told me about it. Well, then I guess the only option left is to book a wedding package at a hotel. A hotel? And where will you get the money from? Don't even think about borrowing my money or wasting Austin's hard-earned money. It's out of the question. Mom, what are you talking about? I didn't mention anything that has to do with using your money. On the other hand, it's Austin and my wedding, so it's only fair that he also contributes his share during the process of organizing. Oh, you haven't officially become his wife yet, but already thought about how to squander my son's money, huh? Mom, please don't misunderstand me like that. Well, I think it's only fair if the wedding takes place at your house. After all, you come from a well-off family, right? Your house is definitely 10 times bigger than mine. I did suggest that we have the wedding at my house, but Austin said that he wanted it to be at your house instead. He told me that I'll be living there with him soon. So I should start getting to know the house and the people who live there too. Who said that you're going to live with us? Don't just assume things without checking the facts. Mom, Austin told me it was your idea. I didn't just say it out of the blue, you know. Me? Well, maybe I did approve of that idea, but it was way before I knew how wealthy your family is. But enough about that. Remember, everything Austin says has to come through me. I'm the one who has the final say. And I decided that we should organize the wedding at your house. Well, okay then. I have nothing against it. I know that my parents would be honored to have the wedding take place in our house. Good. And what about the theme of the wedding? Have you chosen the colors, decor, music, or things like that? Oh yes, I've given the wedding theme a lot of thought, and I've even created a comprehensive checklist about it. Do you want me to list them out for you? Oh, honey, no need to waste your time. In fact, I have planned it all out for your wedding. Look, navy is a classic and elegant color, so it would be a great choice for the main color of your wedding. The wedding flowers should no doubt be blue hyacinths, because they have this amazingly captivating fragrance, and they'll fit well with the wedding's theme color. Oh, okay. I hear you. For the wedding music, I'm thinking of having some fun and light jazz during the pre-ceremony. Then, for the processional music, we should have Can't Help Falling in Love by Elvis Presley. Gosh, that song is completely ageless. Another thing, I think having a live band playing at the wedding ceremony would be a great idea too. It would really liven up the atmosphere and make the whole event more joyful. Mom, I value your opinions and I always consider them carefully. Nevertheless, it's my wedding, so... Shouldn't I be the one who gets to decide these kinds of things? After all, it's me and Austin's special day, right? No, I know, but honey, You still lack the experience. Remember that I have been married 3 times already, so I can confidently consider myself an expert in wedding planning. Well, that can also be interpreted in the opposite way. What? Could you clarify what you meant by that? Nothing, Mom, just saying. Melissa, honey, you know that Austin always respects and listens to my opinions. Honestly, I don't want Austin to feel like he has to choose between you and me. That's why we should do it my way to avoid unwanted and unnecessary conflicts. But you didn't even care to consider my idea. Why should I listen to your proposal when mine's already perfect? Anyways, please agree to my plan because it will surely help us to bond as a family. I'm sure you would never want to upset Austin by making me sad, would you? And think about our relationship too. Do you really want to ruin it before it even started? Well, I guess in the end the wedding theme is not so big of a big deal, so we can follow whatever you've suggested. Oh, honey, it really warms my heart that you care so much for my feelings. Now, should we start composing the guest list? It's always my favorite part of every wedding organization. Oh, I already sent you the guest list the other day. Do you remember? Well, yeah, I did give your list a quick glance, but there's something we need to talk about. What is it, Mom? Something wrong? I remember that I was so meticulous when making the list to make sure I didn't miss anyone important. Well, I'm considering adding 5 to 10 people more to the list, especially my high school friends. This is the perfect opportunity to show off my wealthy daughter-in-law to them, right? I mean, they always get on my nerves when they brag about how affluent they are. So I bet they didn't see this day coming. Oh, okay, Mom. If it makes you happy, then I have nothing to say about it. That's my girl. Another thing. Why are you inviting your dirt poor friend Anne? I don't like her at all, Melissa, and she shouldn't make her appearance at your wedding. Why, Mom? Can you explain your dislike for Anne? I mean, look at the way she dresses. It's so ridiculous and out of fashion. Not to mention her clumsiness and recklessness. She would definitely trip over her own feet, spill her own food, or say something stupid that would ruin everyone's mood. The most important thing is that she has poverty written all over her face. And she's not on our social level, Melissa. So please strike off her name from the guest list. Mom, what are you saying? Anne has been my best friend since forever. We're like sisters. So there's no way I'm not gonna invite her. In fact, she's going to be my bridesmaid, Mom. Melissa, I'm asking you nicely to cancel your friend's name from the guest list for the sake of our relationship. And I'm not interested in repeating myself over and over again. If you don't, I'll have to call Austin and have a heated argument with him about this. He's already tired from work. And if you truly love him like you always say, you wouldn't want to put more burden on his shoulders, right? Mom, but I can't just not invite her without any reasonable excuses. That's absolutely mean and unacceptable. Oh, just simply say that I don't like her presence, that's all. Anyways, you can come up with any reasons you want, but make sure that she's not in my sight on your wedding day. Mom, I thought we agreed on a maximum of 100 guests. But at least 50 more guests showed up at the wedding than I expected. Who are these people? Oh, I'm sorry that I forgot to tell you. They're my friends and my former co-workers. But we haven't discussed that. I'm afraid there might not be enough wedding feast. Oh, don't you worry about that. I've already contacted the wedding caterer, and they'd be glad to serve the guests with more food than originally planned. Mom, need I remind you that it's my own wedding? And if you wanted to do something that's not in our plan, you need to inform me about it firsthand. But that's not nice of you, Mom. Okay, but you also invited your friend Anne without telling me. I thought we agreed on not having her in the wedding. It was so unthoughtful of you to do so. Well, it's a good thing that I actually invited her, or else I would be crying with my bare face and bedhead right now. I thought you already helped me book a hairstylist and makeup artist. I said I'd do it myself, but you insisted on getting it done for me. Thank God Anne showed up, and she's helping me do my bridal hair and makeup right now. Oh, I'm so sorry, honey. I was so focused on the guest list that I totally forgot about that. Don't worry. I let the guests know that the wedding will be delayed by 30 minutes. Take your time and don't rush. Another thing, Mom? Isn't this my wedding? And me, the official bride, should be the one who gets to wear a white wedding dress, right? But why are you wearing a literal white wedding gown, which looks exactly like the one that I chose for myself? I thought we agreed that you would wear a pink gown. Can you find something else to wear, Mom? Oh, Melissa, don't over-exaggerate it like that. It's technically not a white dress, you know? It's cream with gold sequins. So I think it should be fine, right? Cream with gold sequins? Oh, please don't try to gaslight me. I saw with my own eyes how your dress looks, so you shouldn't waste your time defending yourself. Come on now, Melissa. Are you seriously gonna force me to come all the way home to find another dress? That would be so unkind of you. And Austin will surely not like it. You have tons of other dresses, Mom. Honey, but this dress fits me perfectly well, and it flatters my skin and my figure. On the other hand, even if I wanted to, I wouldn't be able to find any dress more decent than this. Come on, Melissa. Please show some respect for your soon-to-be mother-in-law, will you? But it's so weird that both of us are wearing white dresses. I mean, what will other people say? Look, just consider this as a way to make amends after you invited Anne without telling me. You don't know how angry I was when I saw her face. I was so angry that I was on the verge of calling out on Austin and having him cancel the wedding. Cancel the wedding? What are you talking about, Mom? How can you say such a thing? You know that this wedding means everything to me. And I've been thinking about it for a long time since me and Austin got together. Well, I don't mean it that way, but if anything bad happened to the wedding, it's because you pushed me too far. By the way, the wedding ceremony already started off later than originally planned. If I had to go home right now, it would only delay the situation further. And I'm sure you wouldn't want that, do you? Austin is waiting and he's running out of patience. I can't believe that you're even threatening me right now. It's you who is pushing my limits, Brenda. Darling, if Austin finds out that we fight over a stupid dress, he won't be happy at all. And I'm not sure he can keep his composure and refrain himself from raising his hands to you. What? You're really testing my patience, Brenda. You're doing all of this just to make me angry, right? Well, I proudly announce that you've already reached your goal. You can wear the white gown for all I care. I'll just find another dress. Maybe a light blue one. Ah, that's my girl. I'm so proud of you for letting me do this. Melissa, you deserve a couple of golden medals that say, Best Daughter-in-Law in the World! Mom, where were you and your family last night after the wedding? I looked for you guys everywhere. I even texted and called you numerous times, but you weren't answering. What happened? Me and my parents were worrying sick for you guys. No, I thought the wedding was over. So I told your sister-in-law's family to go home right after that. After all, they need to wake up early and be fresh for today's work, right? I also had to rush home or else I would miss my favorite TV series. You talk as if Savannah and her husband were the only ones who had to go to work today. What about Austin? Why was he nowhere to be found? He had to drive me home, you know. You expect me to walk on my feet to go home or what? Why can you say it like that? Did you know that me and my parents had to clean after the wedding ourselves? It took us nearly 3 hours to finally dispose of the mess, and we could only rest until midnight. There was a lot of cleaning to do. especially in the areas where your guests had been. I mean, the tables and chairs were covered in food and drink, and the floors were littered with trash. They even destroyed some of the chairs too, which caused my family to compensate for the damages. Oh yes, I didn't tell you in advance. The wedding caterer I booked doesn't provide cleaning services. Well, I could choose another company, but the price will be a lot more expensive. I just wanted to help you save up some money, that's all. You're welcome. No need to thank me. Well, if you wanted to help save some money, why didn't you and your family join hands in getting the cleanup done? Instead, you guys passed the buck to my family. I'm really curious about your sudden change of heart. You were so passionate about organizing the wedding, just the way you want it to be. But when it comes to cleaning up after it, you suddenly lost your passion. You and your family are nothing but lazy people. Hey, Melissa! How dare you talk to me in that manner? Don't force me to tell Austin about this. Your attitude has been increasingly unbearable lately. I sometimes wonder if I'm your mother-in-law, or if you're mine. You know what? After dealing with your toxicity and manipulative behaviors, I decided that I've had enough of it. Regardless of what Austin's opinion is, me and him will live in my parents' house. He will move out of your house from today. Ah, really, Melissa? You just hit the right nail on my head. However, you and your family will still be responsible for paying for the wedding, because I haven't paid a single penny out of my own pocket for any of the arrangements I have made, and don't even think about asking for Austin's help. I already told him to stay out of it. After all, you gotta find some useful way to spend your family's enormous fortune, right? What? First you made me clean after my own wedding, and now you want me to pay for it as well? Brenda, I am deeply disappointed and disgusted by your behavior. I never thought I would say this, but I regret ever considering you my mother-in-law. What makes me even more furious is that Austin did not defend me in any way after all of this. Oh, Austin? He's my son, you know. He has no choice but to do what I tell him to. Have fun paying all the bills. Oh, by the way, where is your parents' house exactly? I'll text you the address later, but why are you suddenly interested in that? Oh, nothing. Just asking. Hey, Melissa. Why didn't you let my daughter and her family in? What is wrong with you? Me? Nothing's wrong with me. If anyone here has a problem, it's only you. And why should I let them in? You didn't say anything to me that Savannah's family would move in with us. And who do you think you are to make that decision? You're not even the owner of the house. My parents are. What? Now you even have the nerve to raise your voice and talk to your own mother-in-law in such a condescending manner? You just got married to Austin for one day, and you already show your true colors, huh? I spent all of my precious time helping you out with the wedding planning, and this is what you do to repay my hard work? Austin, my beloved son, is so unfortunate to have married the kind of woman like you. Well, I think he's unlucky to have a selfish, despicable, and shameless mother like you. Hey, watch your mouth! The words just slipped out of your mouth might get you into trouble. I could send Austin a simple text, and he would come over to your house and make you say sorry in an instant. But actually, if I reflect on it, Austin is nothing better than you either. Not once did he take any action to protect me from your hurtful words or insupportable behaviors. Last time I told him how I feel about you, he flew into a rage and could only resort to insulting my parents for their parenting skills. Why should my son ever choose you instead of me? I'm his mother, and you're nothing but a stranger to him. Yeah, right. I'm nothing but a stranger to you and Austin. But you know what, Brenda? You were wrong about a lot of things. But I'll give you credit for being right about this one. In fact, I feel so happy and relieved because I'm so close to finally seeing you two out of my life for good. Out of your life? What do you mean by that? Well, me and Austin are technically not husband and wife yet. Not on papers, to be precise. We plan to file a marriage license application before the wedding, but Austin was too busy with work. Finally, we decided to put it off after the wedding. To think about it, that was actually a great move, as it saved me from further emotional damage of having to deal with people like you and your family. What? How could it even be possible? So, you just turn your back on my son like that? How could you? Your son's a wimp who does nothing but blindly believe in everything that his mom tells him. I don't know why I ever thought I could have a meaningful relationship with someone like that. I can only blame myself for being so stupid to put up with your passive-aggressive behavior for so long. But I already told my friends that I'm proud of having a rich daughter-in-law. What am I gonna tell them now if you and Austin split up? They would think that I'm nothing but a liar. Why didn't you think about the consequences of your actions before you went and did all those crazy things to hurt my feelings? I was being too nice when I didn't call you out for interfering in my own wedding. You dismissed everything I had to say and did everything to your liking. You're so self-centered and controlling that you made my wedding all about you. What's more, you had the audacity to tell your daughter's family to move into my house without even telling me? It's the last straw on the camel's back. I'm sorry about it all, darling. I didn't know that you weren't legally married yet. I swear I would have acted differently if I had known about it. So, if you knew what was going on, you just kiss my ass to get what you want, and then turn around and treat me like dirt? Oh, by the way, tell Austin to get his wallet out and pay for the rest of the wedding expenses. Me and my family have been more than generous paying half, and it's his duty to foot the bill. After finding out about my ex-mother-in-law and her son's true selves, I'm so relieved that I finally got rid of them both. Turns out, she was so excited when thinking of having a well-off daughter-in-law that she even gassed herself up and talked about being showered with expensive gifts, luxury cars, and vacations. But now, whenever being asked about it, all she does is fake a smile and try to divert the conversation. Although me and my family had paid half of the wedding expenses, Austin still couldn't afford to pay the rest, even after having to sell his own car. Well, it's only Austin's mom to blame for having demanded expensive wines, gourmet dishes, and a live band on the day of the wedding, which made the expenditures even more pricey than booking a wedding package at a hotel. Austin and his mom showed up at my doorstep numerous times, begging us to help them pay the rest of the wedding expenses. However, after having considered Austin and his mom's wrongdoings, I still held on to my final decision: to let them take care of the mess that they had created. Dealing with a self-absorbed and manipulative mother-in-law is not an experience I would wish on anyone. However, it taught me the invaluable lesson of standing up for myself and speaking up about my opinions. In the end, it's our own lives, and we get to decide what's best for us, not anyone else.